Hi, this is a message to my Arab brothers and sisters. This is really important. Most people, I would say, perhaps most Arabs as well, do not know why they hate the Jews. And the reason they hate the Jews. Now, the truth be told, there are many Arabs who actually support the Jewish state. And as you know, not only is Israel not apartheid, Israel itself is the only Jewish state that Arabs really are completely free. And there are many that they love being Israeli. As you know, there are many Jews that lived in Arab countries and still today live in Arab countries, and you can have a faith of a different religion and still be supportive of your country and loyal and good and kind. But the real reason Arabs hate the Jews, as you may know or not know, was told to me by a former terrorist. His name is Taz. He wrote 2 books. One's an Arafat man, he was a PLO terrorist, as well as The Mind of Terror. And in it, and I believe he has a PhD on this, he writes that the real reason, and this might hurt your feelings, I'm not saying this to hurt your feelings, don't get angry. I'm saying this to help you. I'm saying this to get over, because if you don't listen to me, then what's going to happen to you is going to be infinitely worse than if you do. And I actually made a video with Taz, and I apologize, you can find it somewhere, for everything that the Jewish people might have done to the Arabs since the time of our father Abraham, and he apologized to me for everything the Arabs may have done to the Jewish people. And the reason I did that video is because when he told me this, I understood. I've gone through it myself, and until somebody's gone through a pain and suffers, the other person doesn't know what it feels like. I know what it feels like. And that is that now remember, this comes from a person who was a terrorist, and he went away from terrorism. When Abraham, and don't get offended, don't get upset, listen to what I'm saying this for your sake. When Abraham expelled Yishmael from the house, this caused Yishmael to feel, can you imagine a 13-year-old kid? He thought he was going to be Abraham was amazing. He thought he was going to be the next, Abraham. And then he gets a little brother, and this little brother is like, oh my God, he's like the next in line. And he actually hated him. According to Jewish tradition, he wanted to kill him. And so, I don't want to make you upset, so I'm not going into the Jewish tradition, but the bottom line is that he was told to leave the house. Now, how would he feel? He would feel like he is worse than worthless, right? What is shame? Shame is when you feel worse than worthless. Depression is, I feel bad about myself. But what is shame? Somebody else makes me feel bad, and if I take it serious, then I feel terrible. So the Arabs have within themselves a shame. And when a person feels shame, and again, I've felt this, it is, we all have jealousy in us. So if I see somebody else, and quite simply they're happy and I'm miserable, now, same person, I've been times in my life happy, and I'm happy for everyone. And there are times that I've been miserable in pain and suffering, a lot of it from shame. Then I became a bully. I was miserable to them. Why? Because we have jealousy. So when somebody is feeling shame and others are not, we shame them. And that is why you are against the Jewish people. Now, I want to tell you something very deep that happened the first time I met Taz. I met Taz, and maybe I didn't honor him enough, maybe I didn't respect him enough, but he said under his breath, but I heard it. He said, I can take an AK-47 and kill him, but this is what God wants. Because Taz realized a very important thing. Allah, God, whatever we call him, but there is one God, made everyone and everything. The Jewish people have a role in this world. The Arab people, every person has a role. And according to Judaism, we say the Jewish people have to keep the 613 commandments in the Bible, and the whole world has to keep the 7 laws of Noah. But one thing is for sure, we're all the children of Adam, we're all the children of Noah, and the Arabs and the Jews are the children of Abraham. So, if we celebrate the fact that we are chosen, God chose us, then you can be you and I can be me. But if we don't acknowledge that we have different roles in the world, and one person is the best and one person is the worst, then you and I, you look at the Jew and say, oh, that's not fair, they have their own country, da 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 da. No. God gave one little piece of land to the Jewish people, not a big piece, a little piece, and he made them suffer for thousands of years. Trust me, you wouldn't have wanted in a million years to have what we had. Holocaust was once out of many times at a third, 1/3. Can you imagine 1/3 of the Arab people being murdered just for being Arab? You know what that means? Happened many times. So therefore, it's important to realize we're coming into the Messianic era, and in this area, there will be no more evil. Those that hurt the Jews will disappear. But those that help the Jews, as it says, God said to Abraham, those who bless you, I will bless. And you can be a blessing. Do not make a mistake in what I'm saying. It's very real. Sending you a lot of respect and love.